Welcome back, you guys. I'm EFC, this is Blue Line CV, and welcome to today's match preview video for our upcoming game tomorrow, Boxing Day, 3 PM against Southampton. But before I get into anything, I want to wish to all you guys a very, very, very Merry Christmas. So, salute you guys, we toast, we drink up. It has been an inevitable year, and I'm hoping that all you guys are celebrating it with your family. Good vibes, good food, good drink, and good gifts. I hope that Santa Claus did come through for you guys. He didn't come through for me though. There's literally nothing underneath my skinny anorexic Christmas tree. Like, you know how bad this Christmas tree is? Like, I have to demonstrate this to you guys, yeah? Like, I didn't even know you could get trees like this, but look. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't expecting that. There's sums of how dead this thing is, but this is exactly why I do not do long introductions, and this is why I don't like to drink before I record. What's Christmas doing to me, you guys? Today, we're going to focus on the press conference, we'll then move on to the lineup, and we'll end things talking about our opponents in Southampton. Without wasting any more time, let's get straight into things. Now, we start with the press conference, with Lampard mentioning that the win over Tottenham was the best one this season. And I have to say, you guys, that I agree. I think just from a tactical point of view, it was perfection from Frank Lampard. Mourinho was completely outclassed. It was effortless from the players. Every player put in a good performance. Every single one. Even your Alonso's and your Azpilicueta's and Kepa's too. So it was a great day, and I fully agree with Lampard. But anyway, we do move on, with Lampard talking about Mason Mount next. Lampard mentioned that his performance versus Spurs is a prime example of why you have to be patient with youth and placing your faith in them. He really stressed the importance of education. Every single game, new hurdles come at the young players and they need to learn to overcome them. We move on, you guys, with Lampard saying that if we aren't patient, we will end up with another situation where we effectively lose world-class youth players. And I kind of saw this as like a sly dig maybe towards Mourinho, mentioning that Mourinho didn't really stick with your De Bruyne's, your Salah's, your Lukaku's. We know the players that Lampard's talking about and referring to, but Lampard did mention that as our manager, he is not looking to make those same mistakes again, and that's what you want to see, you guys. With the young players and the form they're showing this season, I really feel like they've really proven to all us fans now that they have the potential and they can achieve their potential at this club and become phenomenal players for the next few years. I really strongly believe that from when I've been seeing these guys from the youth academy for years. Already then, I just had the confidence in these guys and their ability. So this season, what they're doing has not surprised me at all. And it's great to know that we finally have a manager in Frank Lampard that believes in a long-term vision, that believes in youth, that believes in getting the best out of them, and obviously that believes in continuing the values of this club. Absolutely great to see. And you know what, Lampard, I hope you in particular, out of everyone, has the best Christmas. But anyway, I'm really starting to beg it now, you guys. Let's move on. Obviously a bit peak for the players, you guys, because they are training today for their games tomorrow. So of course we can expect that. We move on though, and Lampard did actually stand up for the team. And he did say that he was disappointed by Mourinho questioning the integrity of Rudiger during that red card incident. Now, for me, you guys, Mourinho really does belong at Spurs. You know, he can turn Spurs into a B-Tech Atletico Madrid like he tried to do with us. But, you know, thank God with Lampard right now, we are just far away from that original vision that he had. And it's good that Lampard is standing up and supporting the players. And I fully agree with Lampard's next comment, mentioning that the Spurs players were really forcing penalties and really trying to deceive the referee, which they were blatantly doing. You know, Son was an idiot. He reacted stupidly. It's not the first time he's done that, and he deserved to get sent off. If anything, Mourinho should be sticking it on Son for getting another stupid red card this season. He can take the L this Christmas, you guys. But anyway, we do move on to the final points made by Frank Lampard, and he said that Azpilicueta may not be ready for the game tomorrow, as he did pick up a small muscle injury. That's it for the press conference, you guys. We now move on to the predicted lineup part for today's video. Now we move on to the predicted lineup part for today's video, and you know what, I'm not expecting too many crazy lineups for tomorrow's game. The reality is we won't be seeing Azpilicueta because he has picked up a small knock. And when it comes to cover, he's picked up 5 yellow cards for the season, so it means that he can't play against Southampton tomorrow. That tells us straight away that expect to see Kante and Jorginho in midfield. Could Ross Barkley potentially play? Let's hope not. But we see the defence, you guys, and this is where I think Lampard could make some, alterations to the team. Now, I'm expecting to see maybe Emerson returning back. I'm expecting Reece to play now that Azpilicueta ain't going to be in the team. But for the centre-back positions, is Lampard going to maybe make some adjustments there? Like, for example, with Rudiger. He's only come back now. Is it worth risking him by letting him play, every single game? Because for this Christmas period, you're playing games every few days. Maybe Rudiger could potentially be rested for future games, and maybe we could see Tomori and Zuma partnering at the back again. Now further up, this is what I'm starting to find a bit difficult, because I'm wondering, what is Lampard going to pick for the attack? We haven't seen Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi too much recently due to the games we've played and the context for those games, but one of those guys would have to return back to the team tomorrow. I'm expecting us to use another 4-2-3-1 system, Mason playing in the cam role, Willian down the right hand side, because I can't see Willian ever losing his place, but down that left hand spot, is it going to be Pulisic or Hudson-Odoi? I'm going to be going for Pulisic only because maybe his form this season has really improved a lot. And I think with Hudson-Odoi, he might need a bit more time to fully start trusting his body and having that confidence again. And it seems obvious that Lampard isn't trying to put him in the spotlight and put him under any stress. So there must be a game plan for the player behind the scenes. So for that reason, I'm going to be going for Pulisic in the left wing role. And up front, of course, it's going to be Tammy Abraham because he is by far our best striker. And I just love saying that because we've got Giroud, a World Cup winner, plays first team for France. He got Mitchie as well, international experience. These are two good strikers, and for a guy from our academy who's been watching a lot of these guys as he's been growing up over the years, to be the undisputed number one in the team, that's big, you guys. That is big. And when you see how this guy plays, he can hold the ball up, the runners in behind, the shooting, the aggressiveness, all these aspects that we've missed from our centre forwards, and Tammy has that, and it's no surprise why he has so many goals that he has so far this season. But you guys, that's the lineup in which I'm seeing Lampard using for tomorrow's game. I think the most interesting thing will be the substitutions, because this is going to be the lineup that starts the game, but it won't be the lineup that ends the game. I'm hoping to see Hudson-Odoi getting some game time at least tomorrow. Obviously Pulisic playing as well. I like seeing my young, skillful wingers running with the ball. Always have a soft spot for very skillful, expressive players. And you know what? I think that's going to be it, really. I think for the game tomorrow, it could be the last time that a lot of these guys do play at Stamford Bridge. I'm looking at guys like maybe Olivier Giroud. I mean, I'm not expecting him to play, but I think this could be the last time that he does play at home. And yeah, you guys, that's the lineup I'm seeing for tomorrow's game. In the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions. What lineup, what formation would you prefer to see from your own thoughts and opinions? And on that point, we move on to the final part for today's video. And I'll be just breaking down our opponents, talking about them, and I'll be discussing certain things that I want to see in tomorrow's game. Now, we move on to our opponents in Southampton, and you know what? Southampton aren't those same whipping boys that they were at the start of the season. Now, when I think of Southampton, I keep thinking of Leicester City just embarrassing them. Let's be serious. They weren't just destroyed, they were embarrassed 9-0. Who's scoring 9-0 in the Premier League these days? It doesn't happen, but it happened for Southampton, and since then, credit to them, their form really has stepped up a lot now. If you look at their past 6 games, they've drawn 1 against Arsenal, 2-2, where they could have won the game, had the better opportunities, more attacking chances as well, and they've picked up 3 wins in that period as well. So Southampton definitely have found some new form, they're finding some new balance, and I think that really comes down to the fact that they are now creating opportunities for their strikers. This season, Danny Ings has been a low-key star striker, scored a lot of goals for Southampton. His involvement, his movement, and it's been very hard for the guy because he has suffered a lot of setbacks and injuries throughout his career. A big move to Liverpool, meaning nothing in the end due to all the injuries. So to come to Southampton and to find that form again, credit to the guy. And I think it really helps that the manager is using a system that gets the best out of the players. Danny Ings playing up front with another striker, that's how he likes to play. When he was at Burnley, playing under Sean Dyche, he was playing in a very similar tactical setup and role because Ings is a guy that can play off another striker, can run in behind. You know, he is a pretty decent player, I can't lie to you, he is a decent player. Tactically though, I'm expecting Southampton to use a 4-4-2 again. They'll use like a low to mid block. They are going to look to keep very compact and they'll look to obviously play direct balls straight to the strikers. And tomorrow's game, we need to make sure we manage them. Now, part of me thought, could we potentially see, you know, a back three system again? Who knows? You know, against Southampton, I feel that could be a bit of overkill. I don't think we'd have to do that. I think playing at home, we need to be a bit more aggressive and make sure we get the goals. But to be honest, you guys, I want to talk about us now, and I want to talk about what we can do against Southampton tomorrow. Now, I'm hoping that Lampard does use the right lineup for one thing. I really think we need to start building momentum. I like this team to learn how to really build that momentum. You know, how many times do we get big wins and then the next game is completely different? You know, we don't build on the successes from previous games, and I think that as this young team does mature and get more experience, that's one thing we're definitely going to see. Of course, I'm excited to see Reece James back in the team. Even though Azpilicueta was very good against Tottenham, I still feel that, you know, with the use of the ball in the final third on that right hand side, you're just getting exponential improvements in quality from Reece James playing in that position. And at this point, when Lampard doesn't use Reece, I don't think it's anything to do with him being not good enough or performing badly in training. I think it's because he's a young guy who's 19 years old, and I think as a manager, you need to have some responsibility. You have to have balance when you introduce them to the first team, and you have to make sure that they grow accustomed to the league, because at 19 years old, the mad thing is this guy hasn't even stopped growing. I think he's got another 2 years at 21 when that happens. So because of that, you need to think for the long term and really be cautious with how you use these players. So I love that Lampard understands that because he's very pro-youth. He's a great coach and he's a great manager. I'm hoping to see some, you know, excellent use of the flanks in tomorrow's game. You know, against Tottenham, that's probably our best performance in those areas. I'm hoping that continues in the game against Southampton, and with Emerson and Reece potentially back in the team as well, hopefully linking up with the wingers further up in front of them, it could really work. Because one thing I'll say for sure is with Willian and Reece, I feel like their combination play has been very good. It's quite low key, but it's very fast, it's very quick. They understand each other, they play off each other very well, and they move the ball quickly to each other, which is the important thing. You guys, I'm going to just move on to my score predictions now. For my score prediction for tomorrow, we need to get a win. I mean, it's Boxing Day, we're at home. If there's any time to get a win throughout this entire season, it has to be for tomorrow. For tomorrow's game, you guys, I feel like we can see goals. I feel like we will be seeing goals. The players want to prove themselves again for the upcoming game tomorrow. For that reason, I'm going for a 3-0 win to us. I think that we can get another clean sheet. I know I'm being ambitious, but it's a hunch, it's a feeling. And on that note, you guys, I'm going to wrap up and keep things moving. As I said, have an amazing Christmas. If you guys are lucky, there should be another news daily video out later today. So even when it's Christmas, you guys, I'm still busy, I'm still hustling, I'm still working. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up and keep things moving. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. See you guys in a bit. Why am I laughing? I don't know.